Super duper exciting shoujo manga news, at least for me, hopefully for you too. But the week of Valentine's Day, quite a few manga publishers announced their upcoming releases. And I think Kodansha did a couple weeks prior, but a whole bunch, basically everybody did their announcement. And out of all the announcements, there were two, and only two, but still there were two super exciting releases for a series that I have already read and love, and hopefully you will too. First one, and by far the most exciting, is this one. And I cannot believe that Viz of all companies picked it up. Thank you, Viz. This will be their newest addition to their shoujo beat line. I'm so excited. The Japanese is Shiokaze to Ryu no Sumika. So beautiful. I do take some issue with how they translated the title into English. The English title will be The Seaside Where Dragon Boys Dwell. So this series follows our girl here, Mizuka, as after she loses both of her parents, she's forced to move in with her uncle on the seaside. During that seaside, she meets the dragon boy Tenshin, my boy. I love him so much. He's not the only dragon in the series. There are girl dragons too. And naming this the seaside where dragon boys dwell negates the fact that there are female dragons. There's girl dragons there too. And I think they chose dragon boys because they wanted to highlight Tenshin. But there's girl dragons too. If they wanted to say where the dragon boy dwells, I would have been okay with that because obviously they're referring to the male lead, but they didn't. They only include the male boys. And I'm so nitpicky, but still it did bother me a bit. Also, there is an English title that the Japanese creator chose to put, which is Sea Breeze and Dragon's Dwelling. I think that's better than the seaside where dragon boys dwell, if I'm being honest. But so this series follows our girl Mizuka as she moves to the seaside where dragon people just so happen to live. Amazing. And we follow it. It kind of has themes of racism, and it's incredibly interesting. Where even though the dragon people are their people, just like you and me, just they're dragons. They can grow their wings out and they can fly, but they're also humans. But in the town they live in, a lot of the humans actually worship the dragons. So we see them do things like secretly collect their seashells or like the shells from their wings that fall off and sell them for a lot of money. They do things like ask them to grow their arm out into a dragon arm and pet them for good luck. They do lots of things like that. And the dragons, because they're dragons, are forced to live together in this compound away from the humans. So there's a big theme of like separatism on top of people are already treating the dragons differently because they're dragon people. They're not people. It's very, very interesting. I love it. It is beautiful. Their relationships are it's beautiful. It's a series about found family and actual family, and it's just really nice. Tenshin is such a unique character. He's really funny. I wouldn't necessarily call him a tsundere, but he has an attitude. He deserves to have an attitude, but he has an attitude, and I really, really like it. He really does feel like a teenage boy, and it's really, really good. I might do a reread of it because I just love it so much, and I'm so excited. It's getting in English, and I kind of hope they change the title a little bit. Just keep the Japanese English title. I don't know why they had to change it. Anyways, next one, I don't have the physical for. I only have the Japanese for, but this one is called, or I only have the digital for. This one is called A Kiss with a Cat. I'm pretty sure the English version has been available digitally for a while, but this is the newest addition to Kodansha's print club. If you are a fan of this series, it does have a physical English print called The Demon King is Way Too Overprotective. This is by the same author as the new A Kiss with a Cat. If you like this, you will like that. This one is a lot more steamy, romantic kind of vibes. While I wish I had the English, or I wish I had the physical. While A Kiss with a Cat is much more cute. A Kiss with a Cat follows our female lead who she's obsessed with cats. She really, really likes cats. That's her hobby. Her hobby is cats. One day she finds the cutest cat at her like front door kind of area, I think it is. and the cat just makes its way into her house and decides to live with her. But surprise, surprise, the cat is actually a teenage boy, one of her classmates. He's able to somehow transform between human and cat through a kiss, thus, a kiss with a cat. And he takes it upon himself to invite himself into her house. And he tells her, like, yep, this is my house now. You can be my owner. It's cool. And at first she's like, I'm not living with a teenage boy. I'm not living with one of my classmates. But then he'll just turn into a cat and she's obsessed with cats. So she's like, "Oh my god, you're so cute." And it follows that. It's really really funny. It's not the longest series in the world. There are 6 volumes. So it's not that long, but it's long enough. I'm a little bit surprised that Kodansha's adding this to their print club versus anything else because I know they've been having difficulties with their print club. But I'm just glad it's getting a physical print. I might buy it just because I only have the digital Japanese, and I am not a fan of digitals. I feel like they'll disappear from my iPad at any given moment, which I hate. But yeah, those are my 2 announcements out of all of them, that I'm actually really looking forward to. If you are looking forward to either of these announcements, please let me know which one you're most excited for. Or if you're excited for anything else, let me know because maybe something has slipped my radar. There's been a lot of announcements recently. I don't know all of them. I can't keep up with everything.